Hey all, and welcome back to Arcade Spirits. Today we're going to be playing level 5 under the Boardwalk via Percy's route. So, after we finish up Percy's route, we will come back and we will do Ashley and Teo's routes. But for now, let's get cracking. Is the future year 20 bleep? And romance is in the air. Or at least romance will be in the air if Iris has anything to say about it. Also, I'm not actually in the glorious 20 bleep neon metropolis today. I'm about 134 miles. 134.7 miles south of it. That's much better. Ah, just smell the sea salt, the saltwater taffy, the baking hot sands. It's just like I remember. You've never been to Flotsam Beach before, Juniper? Well, it's just like I remember you remembering it was then.
Definitely.
This is definitely one of my best ideas. Top 10, maybe even top 5 ideas. What a fantastic way to celebrate your success at the Funplex. As reward for your hard work, we returned to the beach where you first played Phrase Invaders, where your family spent their summer vacations. Oh, how sentimental, my heart. I can't. I feel the need to say something pithy and dismissive in the face of her unrelenting cheer, but to be honest, I'm definitely smiling. This place holds so many dear memories for me. Before my parents lost their jobs, we began the downward spiral of bad family luck. We loved coming to Flotsam Beach. And coming back here for sure is a treat.
Yes.
This place is great. Sand and sea and that boardwalk. All those little shops and the best fried food the East Coast can provide, and arcades aplenty, and seashells and airbrush t-shirts and plastic sunglasses, and I want to see it all. I want to do it all. I think you're more excited about this than I am, Juniper. You're excited too. Don't deny it, Raven.
Later.
Okay, I'm gonna go get changed in my swimsuit before the others get here. Be right back. The others, right. That was the second part of Juniper's plan, see? That this wasn't just a treat for me, but for everybody associated with the Funplex. We had to drive down here in groups and pay for our own hotel rooms to get the cost down, but soon enough a Saturday outing for all staff and VIPs to become a reality. It was real sweet of her to include everyone in and on the trip too. We worked hard to make Funplex Rising a success. I certainly couldn't have done it without help from my friends. Within the next hour, there'd be 9 of us bouncing around in swimsuits, making sandcastles and buying cheap souvenirs and playing seaside arcade games. And hopefully not accidentally drowning in the riptides as my inner lifeguard felt need to warn. One day of fun in the sun for everyone. As for this evening...
Beep, beep.
Beep beep, Raven. Well, Iris had other plans for me.
Well, have you decided yet? Have you? Time's running out, you know.
With a sigh, I pull out my phone, summoning my digital gen. And why is time running out exactly?
I've run the numbers and calculated a 99.97% chance of romantic success if you take your special someone on a moonlit seaside stroll. It's the perfect confluence of all projected event vectors that will lead you to love and happiness. Romance is in the air. Can't you feel it?
Right now, all I feel is slightly overheated. I need to go change.
Yes. Yes. Good. Put on your sexy swimwear. It'll improve my projections.
She's been going on and on about this ever since finding out about the beach trip. Iris, why this sudden obsession with finding me a special someone anyway? I turned my life around. I found a job. I found a dream even. To make something with Funplex, to let it grow and shine. You've done well helping me with that. This is the happiest I've been in years, honestly.
Thank you.
Gosh, thanks, Raven. Now, I've tried workplace romance before back in the shoe shop days, and it worked out for a while until I realized we weren't soulmates. A high-quality dad joke. Point is, I know I said I'd be open-minded about this sort of thing. I haven't forgotten what we talked about the day I joined the Funplex, but now that I'm faced with it, I'm not sure. Raven, you've spent weeks getting to know these people. You've even taken a few of them out to lunch. My last date was during the shoe shop days. I'm kind of rusty. That long ago, huh? How'd that one end? Can't you just search my social media history and find out? I could, but I'm trying to respect your privacy more. Plus, hearing it in your own words will help my emotional analysis. Okay, well, it ended not great. I lost my job. I guess I was pretty mopey in a bad place emotionally. There were some fights. I'm not sure I'm ready to land in that kind of situation again. But you aren't in that situation, are you? You said it yourself. You've turned your life around. You found a job, a dream, and friends to share it with. I think you're in the healthier place right now. You've got a lot to offer. More than, shattered hopes and despair. She's got a point. I'm on top of the world right now. I feel good about myself and my position in the universe. And it's not like I'm romance averse. I've had various relationships in the past, and considering I would say they were mostly normal. I feel like that's a typo. Whatever. Still, I better be careful. Emotionally healthy or not, I'd like to avoid adding a broken heart to my current achievement in
My
logs.
sources say yes.
Trust me, Raven, this is your moment. But you don't have to decide right now. In fact, you shouldn't. Take the day with all your friends to really think about it. After dinner, I'll have finished my number crunching and we'll have your final relationship scores. That'll help guide your decision. Let's take a look. Behold, weeks of emotional data, fully analyzed. Percy's the clear choice so far. He's a very guarded soul, but he's really opened up to you, even if he might not have long, I mean. So that's it, it's decided?
No. The points are just a guide. And it's not like I'm gonna force you to woo someone just because they're your top match. I still need to calculate how well your personality matches what they're looking for. That'll net you bonus points. Consider it food for thought, you know? And you've still got the rest of today to see who you're a good fit for. Maybe cram in some more time with them. Anyway, keep an open mind, yeah? By the way, according to GPS, 4 potential romances will be here in less than 2 minutes. Have fun!
I hastily jammed my phone back in my pocket before anyone could hear that. Dang it, Iris. I could have just chillaxed by the sea, maybe found that old arcade where I once played Phrase Invaders and had a pleasant time. But now I need to be sizing up romantic partners? Although, maybe there is someone I'm getting close to. Someone I think I wouldn't mind being closer to, in fact. And it's been a long time since I felt like I could even try having someone to share my life with. Maybe it's time to look for love again. But for now, I decide to focus on the day ahead. Fun in the sun. Good, clean fun in the sun. Very innocent chase fun in the sun. Sure, I can do that, right? Hello, Flotsam. Your queen has arrived. Morning, Raven. Is this a private game of beach blanket bingo, or can we join? Innocent. Chaste. Fun in the sun. Where can I set up my parasol? And how's the surf? Teo was thinking of doing some surfing. I rarely get a chance to surf these days. Looking forward to breaking out my old board and hitting the waves. I was going to play the Beach Boys all the way down here from the city to help get in the mood, but Queen Bee vetoed it. Hey, if you want a free ride in my beloved B-mobile with your board strapped to my roof, you listen to my music, Mr. Dance Pants. Oh, hey, there's the perfect spot. Let's set up there.
Catch you later.
I'd better go help her. See you there. I suddenly feel a bit inadequate in terms of proper beach spot and attire. We're here.
Excellent.
Oh, good. Queen Bee brought an umbrella. Yeah, I don't really tan so much as burned to a crisp. Honestly, I'm mostly here for the shopping and the arcades. I'm curious how these arcades are run as well. Maybe I can talk to a manager, get some tips for how to handle a very transient audience.
Ugh.
I meant to play in them, not to study them. Sheesh, Gavin, we're not here to work. Can I do both? I'll go join the others for now, though. It's been a long drive. I'd love to stretch out a bit.
See ya.
Oh, me too. I'm cramped up from sitting in that van. Wait for me. Stretching, yes. Stretching is good. Flex those muscles.
Ooh.
Alright, the beach. I haven't been to a beach in ages. Not since my sign spinning days from running that funnel cake place. And I guess there was that one time we did beach shoot, but that was like last summer. So yeah, ages ago. Feels good to be back in the sun. Last beach I went to was back in England. Considerably more cold and overcast than this, afraid. Before you ask, because I actually already asked again and again on the drive down here, I'm not going to explode in direct sunlight. My condition is quite stable today. Sorry, Percy, but you are part of the crew. That means we care about you. I promise, though, we won't treat you like you're made of glass. You're still good old Percy to us.
Much obliged.
Thanks, love. All the same, I'll grab a spot under that umbrella before all the good shade's taken. As for me, last one in the water is the landlubber. The water, yes. Getting wet and cooling down. Party!
Hello, dearie.
Hello, dearies. Afraid my bikini days are behind me, but I'm happy to be here all the same. I do so love to be out in the sun. Lovely beaches, lovely weather, lovely people. Good to see all three present and accounted for.
Positively.
Yeah, I rented an extra parasol and some chairs for Miss Francine and I. And for you too, Raven. Plenty of room if we squeeze in.
I don't mind.
My, how cozy. Well, okay then. This is new context for me to be observing these people in. But fun in the sun, right? Above all else, this is to be a day of celebration and cheer over the success of the Funplex. With that firmly in mind, I join everyone and we get this beach party started. Although it doesn't take long for the group to start splitting up. There's just too much to see, too much to do. I know from my vacations here as a kid that you can't really try everything in one day, but unlike me, they're noobs. And as an adult, I know how to budget my time, to do the things I really want to do, to hang out with the people I really want to spend time with. I really want to hang out with. So in my attempts at good, clean fun, Iris's words are still running through my head. By evening, I need to make a decision. It means if I'm seriously going to make a move, like she's suggesting I do, I should spend my time wisely leading up to that move. So what next? Number of little carny-style games have been set up along the beach, independent of the Boardwalk arcades. Ring tosses, squirt guns, things like that. Percy promised everyone he'd keep it low-key today as he recovers from his heart tremor. Tossing a few rings is definitely low-key. It looks like even though he's keen to go surfing, Teo's keeping Percy company. But judging by the way the rings are just sort of bouncing off the bottles instead of landing on them, the games are not going well. I don't get it. I'm usually much more coordinated than this. Don't think it's a matter of coordination, Teo. More of a question of, well, let's say optimization. Percy's ring goes plink off a bottle as well. What a shame, what a shame. You boys want to play again? We'll leave another $5 for 3 tosses. It's a downright steal. Starting to wonder if this is a steal in more sense than one. No, nobody likes the sore loser, boys. It's all totally fair, Swear on my mama's grave. My mom's grave, I do. Well, this old timey carny banner's got my dander up. It does. I must confront the charlatan. Well, hey there, gents. How about we work together to run this four-flusher out on a rail? Anything's possible when you put your heads together.
Indeed.
My sentiments exactly. I do believe of a proposal. Teo, a word? Sure. What do you have in mind? Weirdly, the two huddle up without me and exchange a few whispers. I consider interjecting myself in the conversation and the discussion, but it's over before I can try. Okay then, let's play. Teo passes over a few dollars and takes up the rings, while Percy examines the racks of bottles in detail. Teo holds back, waiting for him to finish. Eventually, Percy points. Right there. 3 rings rapid. That's a sweet spot. With a twist of his agile body, Teo flings his rings one at a time, and all 3 rattle their way around the neck of a bottle, ringing it perfectly. Simple enough. Based on Teo's throwing angles from before and the arrangement of the bottles, I determined the optimal striking zone for him to aim for. All games are a matter of optimization, even silly little carnival toys. Melons, you bested me, old sport. Well, I know I'm well and truly rumbled. Go ahead and pick your prize. Well, Raven, what'll it be? Yeah, we're trying to win you a prize after all. Me? Really? This is all for me?
Absolutely.
You know it. I mean, you are the true prize here. Back me up on this, Percy. Quite so, quite so. But which one of these lesser winnings truly makes your heart dance? I glance across rows of carnival-themed stuffed dolls with curiosity. I'd say I'm a little old for dolls, but you're never too old for a huggable plush friend, and they both work so hard for it. I'd like to put on my robe and wizard hat. Also, I want a Mr. Moopy. Truly, Raven is an individual of class and taste. I suppose nothing beats the classics, huh? Plus, I can't deny the happy little smile Percy wears as the carny takes down my prize and hands it over. He's had a hard time of it lately. I'm happy to make him happy. Okay. Now go away, boys. You bother me. 3 of us return to the dune with prize in tow. So, why were you two trying to win a prize for me? I mean, Percy, there was a Moopy doll back there. That's right in your wheelhouse, yeah? True, but well, we discussed it and decided you deserve a treat for a job well done. Sure, this whole vacation is a treat for a job well done, but we wanted something for you specifically. Quite right. I must admit, Raven, the Funplex is a brighter place with you around. Not to say it wasn't a bright place before your tenure, but well, there's a true breath of life there, beyond what I thought possible. And beyond just the hard work you do, the way you've brought us all together, well, a mere plush toy isn't really proper reward, but it'll have to suffice. What my comrade is trying to say in his usual poetic way is, you rock and you rule, so you get a prize. Thanks for playing. Yes, that. Besides, I just can't resist taking any opportunity to see that lovely smile of yours. Okay, I'm gonna go get the waves. I'd offer you a board, Percy, but... I know. I promise to take it easy. Not that I'm very aquatic, to be honest. But it's good to spend time with you, considering usually we're on opposite ends of the arcade. You do. Well, wow. I didn't realize just how much I meant to them. I'm only a floor an event manager, right? But seeing everybody came together for this beach blanket bingo we've wrangled up, it's the bee's knees it is. So what's next? In the distance, I see what appears to be a myriad of sandcastles, which makes sense. I mean, I'd be worried if it was a whole bunch of not sandcastles on the beach. During my many beach outings as a kid, there were many multiple sandcastle competitions going on. And in front of me, our own Funplex fabricators have entered the fray. With Naomi being our arcade builder and Ashley with all of her cosplay craftiness, it's no wonder why these two are up for the sandcastle challenge. As I jog over to them, I see Ashley laughing over her castle and Naomi meticulously measuring something on her citadel. How goes the castling?
Amazing!
Great! Do you see all these amazing sandcastles? They're all so cute. Properly made sandcastles aren't cute, Ashley. Oh, then what are they, Naomi? Assuming they're not just made by kids for funsies, a proper sandcastle can be a structural masterpiece.
Wonderful.
Every grain of sand must be in its proper spot or the whole thing comes crashing down. If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Naomi says this without lifting her eyes away from the castle. She's so completely focused that I don't even think she's blinking even. What exactly are you doing, Naomi?
Let me explain.
I'm making sure each embrasure is equidistant around the tower. Otherwise it'll be an asymmetrical mess. Makes sense. Take a moment to actually appreciate their castles. Naomi's is a structural masterpiece. Straight, perfect edges meet bold, flat walls, which produced an almost perfect medieval castle. She even added an ocean water moat complete with drawbridge. Ashley's is equally impressive too. It's a soft, fluffy, fancy castle. The foundation is made of sculpted sand clouds, like an elegant castle in the sky, complete with spiral staircases encircling slightly slanted towers. So I take it you both entered the competition. Of course. You know it, Raven. You should be making one too. It's not too late. Yeah, I think there's still half an hour left of competition, and since it's at an amateur level, latecomers are allowed. But both of you have made some extraordinary castles. My architectural skills are somewhat lacking in the sandcastle area. Those sound like sad excuses. They're perfectly good excuses, Ashley. It's not like we're professional sandcastlers either. Raven, it's not about winning. Naomi looks over at Ashley, who's giving her a smile, accompanied by a questioning look. Okay, it's a little bit about winning. I mean, I'm super tryharding this and trying to win with a perfectly constructed little castle. But for me, mostly it's about setting out a challenge for myself and competing it properly. There's nothing more satisfying than that. Plus, we'll be here helping you do it. How do you plan on helping me start a castle while you'll be completing your own? Sounds difficult. We're almost done with ours anyway. Yep. If we have 3 castles in the competition, then it's one more chance for us to bring home the gold.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Come and join us.
Yes.
Join us, Raven. Join us. When I was younger, I remember watching sand sculptors carefully craft their castles. I would watch for hours just staring in awe. I made my fair share of them too, trying to imitate the professionals, but they were never more than lumps of sand that vaguely indicated shapes. I'm not that competitive, but like Naomi said, it's just for fun, so why not? I'm going to need a bucket, a melon baller, and a funnel. Stat.
Yes.
That's the spirit, Raven. I just put the finishing touches on mine. Let me help you get the base started. Naomi, Ashley, and I dug our hands deep into the sand, started shoveling, pouring, and constructing. So what are you going to name your castle, huh? You can't just make a sandcastle and not give it an epic name. Ashley has a solid point. To give it a name is to give it life. I have names for all my important tools back in the shop, too.
Oh, beautiful.
My soldering iron is named Melty, my multimeter is named Zappy, my rom burner is named Mr. Romulus Romanov III. Sir Romulus Romanov III. Maybe not something quite that grand for mine. How about the Funplex? Both Ashley and Naomi bust up laughing. That's very appropriate. The Funplex is practically a castle, right? What if we make it look like the Funplex? It already looks like it, kind of. That's because the Funplex is just a box and we've only just made the foundation for our castle. But what if we carve in the sign and the double front doors? Naomi starts happily putting the details on the sand Funplex while Ashley and I cheer her on. That looks so good, Naomi. You were so good at having steady hands. You really should join me making some cosplay. You'd be great. Making costumes does sound fun, but I'm not sure if I can handle all the pressure of people looking at me. I usually work alone, you know. We don't have to do it at a con or anything. We can just get dressed up and prance around the forest. That's a bit more my style. Well, except maybe for the bugs and poison ivy and stuff. We continue chatting to construct the sand fun castle. Grain by grain, it takes resemblance of the actual Funplex. We manage to finish it just in time before the judging commences. Here comes the judge. The officiant of the Sandcastle Challenge comes toward us, looks over the castles. With an arbiter's eye, they glance over ours and nod in respect of a job well done. I didn't even realize I was holding my breath in anticipation, and once the Sandcastle judge leaves us, I let out a huge sigh. I think that's a good sign, right? The nod means we did it. We are gonna win? There's still many others out there to judge, but I'd say nod counts nicely as a compliment. But which one? Whose sand skills will reign supreme? Raven, what do you think? Who's the winner chicken dinner? Who, me? I'm not a judge of fine sandcastles. Just do it for Swansies. Let's hear what you think. Most of the sandcastles out there are rigid, lifelike replicas of historical castles, while Ashley's has more of an airy feel to it. Ashley's is so different from the rest, I think it'll outshine the others and win over the judges. Just like you've won me over.
Thankies.
Duh, you're too sweet, Raven. I agree, Ashley's fantasy castle is sure to cast to the eyes of the judges. You've done a wonderful job with it. I can't wait to see you win. Naomi, you're wonderful. Oh, I think they just finished tallying up the scores. We wait not so patiently as the judge makes the round across the beach. I see them stop next to a particularly dramatic-looking sandcastle. Pulling out a bright blue ribbon, they prop it up next to the castle, which means...
Poops.
Double poop. Don't feel too down. If it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. How very pragmatic of you, Raven. We did have a blast, though. But I hate losing. We just gotta win next year, Naomi. Maybe if all three of us join forces again, we could build the best sandcastle this beach has ever seen. Maybe we should spend some time practicing more, which means more beach trips. I'd like that. I'm in. Great. Next year, Team Ashley is going to eradicate the competition. I think you mean Team Naomi. You two can fight over that next year. I think I've covered enough sand for a while. I'm going to see about being slightly less sandy. I hear ya, but Naomi and I aren't done here. We got one last thing we got to do. Oh, what's that? Destroy our creations. I'll leave you to it then. I am a mighty dragon. Fear me, tiny sand people. Both of them smile widely at each other and laugh. Walking away, I can hear the sounds of devastation behind me. I peek one last time to see the castles come crashing down before I set my eyes forward. So what next? Juniper stretched out on a beach chair, catching some sun while catching up on her social media feed. Iris, how many Pangy mentions are there in my timeline today? You currently have 23 mentions of Pangy in your social media timeline. That's up from yesterday. Iris, have there been any new Pangy vids lately? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Have there been any new Pangy vids lately? Would you like me to search the web for have there been any new Pangy vids lately? Oh, never mind. Juniper puts the phone away with a sigh. Oh, hey, Raven, enjoying your nostalgic beach trip so far? Seeing as how I only just got here, I have to say I'm not sure I know how it feels dead. I haven't even had the chance to leave the beach even.
Aw, man.
Oh, come on. You know what I mean, Raven. Isn't it great to be back where you had so many happy family memories? I guess. Those were better times, honestly, before things went bad. You know, you've had a better life than you give yourself credit for. Your family had money problems, sure, but you loved each other through it all.
That's so sad.
I can't say the same for my family. And my family never took beach vacations for that matter, or vacations at all. I doubt I'll be taking many after this either. I'm definitely happy being a freelancer, don't get me wrong. I'm not exactly making beach money, you know? I can't even afford apps unless they're free. And man, free metal iris is super janky sometimes. Hey, hang on. I see you talking to your iris all the time like you're just having a normal conversation. How did you manage that? Mine doesn't even understand what I'm saying most of the time. Did I configure her wrong? Is there some free mode option I missed out on? Come on, fess up. I just want to make the most of my iris. What's the trick? What'd you do to make her so cute and chatty? Drat. Juniper knows Iris better than anyone here, aside from maybe Gavin. She's been suspicious for some time of my super duper version of Iris. But my Iris is technically a pirated software service. I'm not supposed to have premium access. Do I trust Juniper with the secret, or would telling her betray Iris' trust in me to keep it? Guess I may as well share the truth. I'm not using the free version of Iris. She hacked herself so I could have premium level cloud computing conversations. Immediately my phone jitters in my pocket on vibrate. With a sigh, I pull it out knowing Iris won't be thrilled about this. Raven! You blabbed. We pinky swore. Hey, I did not pinky swear. You don't even have a real pinky to swear with. That's besides the point. This is super duper risky. Telling people. What if Gavin finds out, huh? What? You think Gavin would have me fired or something? No, it's to do with his family. Oh, never mind. Can I interject? This is
Yes.
so awesome. I knew it. I knew Iris is smarter than she let on. Like, wow, this is bad Hollywood movie level of sci-fi awesomeness. Thank you. Don't worry, Miss Iris. Your secret's safe with me. I'm an Iris fangirl. Even if my Iris isn't as cool as you, can you make her as cool as you, actually? I really shouldn't. It's dangerous enough allowing premium access for this instance. But if it helps, your Iris loves you, Miss Juniper. She wants the best for you, even if she can't directly tell you. I see. Okay. Well, I'll just have to get rich and famous so I can unlock my full Iris so she can tell me herself.
Thank you.
Thanks for trusting me, Raven. We're getting some looks. We should change the subject. We quickly exchanged some small talk to cover our tracks, and soon she's lost on her phone again, searching for more pop design art. The noon sun's high in the sky, and honestly, it's getting super hot out here, like heat exhaustion levels of high. Well, this would be a good time to migrate towards the boardwalk. It seems there's one more thing in store for our little group.
Lovely day.
It's been a lovely day, simply lovely. Fun friends, warm sands, the whole bit. Glad you were able to join us, Percy. Neither rain nor sleet nor snow nor a bum ticker shall prevent me from enjoying time with my friends. Also, Naomi seems to have a surprise waiting for us and requests your presence. Care to join us? Sure thing. Capital. I'll meet you by the parasols in a tick. I wonder what this is all about. Soon enough, the entire group is gathered. The number of shade-throwing parasols is multiplied to 4, too. Plenty of cool respite for everyone. Also new, a large cloth-wrapped bundle in the center of the group. Gather round, gather round! It's lunchtime! And judging from the rumbling in my stomach, it's right on time. The bundle is unwrapped, revealing a series of simple wooden lunchboxes in traditional Japanese style. Each one's been painted a different color. As a way of saying thanks for your hard work and your support, please enjoy these boxed lunches courtesy of the Funplex. And me, I made them. An authentic Naomi brand bento? Sign me up. I reach her box and she smacks my hand away lightly.
No.
Not yet, Raven. I made these special like. Everybody has a personalized lunch filled with their favorites. Gavin, if you'd be kind enough to distribute them, names are written on the lids. Sure enough, on second glance, I can see the names and even little cartoon doodles representing each person. Wow, does my face really look that apathetic? Okay, I'll start handing them out. Gavin, you first. Let's see.
Impressive.
Ha, plain yogurt, celery sticks, and some rice. You know me quite well. Boring and nutritional. I colored a bit outside the lines on this one, rather than sticking to a traditional bento style. Enjoy!
Oh my gosh.
Sushi with some tempura veggies. Ooh, and a side of miso soup. I love nothing more than traditional bento box lunch. And I love nothing more than making them. Fish and chips, of course, with a little Union Jack on a toothpick. And you made a movie maze out of the chips, too. It's not too stereotypical, is it?
Quite good.
I haven't found a proper chip shop stateside, so I'll take it. A nice little taste of home.
Fantastic.
Oh, bleep yeah. A big juicy cheeseburger and french fries. My mouth is watering just looking at it. Yum. It's got lots of pink in it. It's just how you like it. So pink I can hear it moo. This is perfect. Pita bread and hummus.
Love it.
It's a great meal that fills the belly and gives you tons of energy. And we have to keep your tank at full. A tired Teo is not a true Teo.
How marvelous.
Oh my, this is lovely. Little finger sandwiches, some tea, and even a cupcake. Thank you, Naomi dear. It's very thoughtful. Ah, thanks, Miss Francine. I got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Nice.
Ah, bet you consulted with Raven on this one. I love these. Always have, always will. Actually, I just checked your Instagram and did an analysis of your most commonly blogged food and... Can't talk, busy eating. And that leaves us with the one who brought us all together, Raven. For you I made pizza bagels. Gah. Kidding. It's actually similar to the bento I gave you the day you started at the Funplex. A little reminder of how this all started. Oh, well thank you. Speech. What?
Yeah.
You should make a speech before we all dig in. I mean, you're the reason we're here.
Yeah.
I am? Yeah, you are. I mean, we were doing great before you showed up, don't get me wrong, but you know. But you worked harder than any of us to make the Funplex the success it is today. I was content to keep it afloat. I didn't think we'd ever manage more than that, but you refused to be content. We wouldn't be here at the beach if not for the success you led us to, Raven. So yes, I think a speech would be appropriate. Bleep, yeah, Funplex Rising rocked. It really opened some doors for me. Still be wearing that damn black L7 jacket if not for you. The atmosphere is so much livelier thanks to your efforts. Win to lose, I'm still enjoying my time with Moopy thanks to having so many great people around me. By this point, I can't even imagine the Funplex without you, Raven. So don't even think of leaving. If you do, we'll probably gather up a hunting party and drag you back. No hard feelings. Speaking as the one Raven comes home to every night, I gotta say, they're doing dandy compared to before. So 3 cheers for the Funplex. 3 cheers indeed. Go ahead, Raven. You've earned the right for a speech. I'm just the silly old lady who started it. You made this happen. Wow. Seriously, wow. Well, I've made big speeches before, like the one at Funplex Rising. Even if this feels bigger, way bigger. Okay, here goes. I can't be milquetoast for this toast. Its big feelings are nothing. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I was dealing with a deep depression built on a lifetime of bad luck. Working in an arcade seemed like a strange way to turn that misfortune around, but it worked. It honestly worked, and now I know why. Funplex takes along on equal parts fun, hard work, and camaraderie. You say I brought you all together, but you had this long before my arrival. All I did was bring it into focus, and with your help, we'll continue that tradition for years to come. Well said, Raven. You have my support. I don't see that changing anytime soon. Okay, good, on a roll. Let's see what to say next. In summary, you've all earned this vacation through hard and thoughtful work. You've earned the right to loosen up a bit and have some fun. You've only got 1 day here, so if you care for some advice, live it to the fullest. Do everything you want to do. We never know where we'll end up tomorrow. Live for this moment alone, and we'll worry about the future once we're safely back in the Funplex. If anybody has any questions about Flotsam Beach, just ask. I know this place like the back of my hand. I may take you up on that. I'm figuring there's a nice nightlife scene here, right? Anyway, I can go out dancing. Anywhere I can go out dancing, I'm game. Now to bring it on home. Thank you. With all sincerity, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all. All of you. I want to be honest. I want to honestly express my gratitude, even if I can't find strong enough words to do so. So I'll simply say thank you, and let's eat. You have my gratitude as well. You've no idea how much it raises my spirits working alongside you or watching you enjoy our games. Raven, thank you for this lovely day. And I agree, let's tuck in. That tea is calling to me. This is the moment, one perfect moment, with all of us together, laughing and talking and eating and having the best time in the world. Maybe things will change after tonight when Iris's plan to find me romance comes together. Maybe this is the high watermark. Maybe. No matter what happens, I'll always have this one perfect moment. Afternoon slides in as the game migrates from sandy shores to bustling boardwalk. Once you've had your fill of seaweed in your trousers, it's time to take a walk down the boardwalk and indulge in any number of side activities. No need to change out of your swim gear either, unless you're going deeper into the beach town. You can just skip back and forth between the sands and the boardwalk. This is where the real action happens. Shops, restaurants, and of course, arcades. Soon enough, the group's splitting up to go do as much as possible. I've got time to tag along with some of them. Who to hang out with? Sitting on some benches just outside a fried dough stand, Percy and Queen Bee are sharing a funnel cake dusted with white sugar. Seriously? You've never had this stuff before? Not much carny chow in England, I'm afraid, and this is my first time visiting a beach in the colonies. Wait, you can eat this right. I mean, it's basically fried grease and sugar. Your heart won't explode. It's all an issue of artery congestion, and Lord knows I eat plenty of instant ramen and fast food. One little sugary treat won't be the tipping point. Oh hey! Raven, join us. No way we can eat this huge thing by ourselves. I settle in to pick at the delicious fried dough, just like I used to have back when we came here regularly. So Percy and I were talking shop. And even if you aren't a pro gamer, maybe you've got some valuable input, you know? See, our Moopyaholic buddy here doesn't believe in being a full-time professional gamer.
Don't think so.
It's not that I don't believe in it, I just don't see it as a stable occupation for a young person to undertake. If you're entirely reliant on the wavering loyalty of corporate sponsors and streaming subscribers, alongside prize money you may or may not be winning, well, I suppose I'm just too risk-averse to walk that path. I prefer a sound investment. Whereas I love risk, no reward. Yeah, at any point it could all come crashing down and I end up living in my parents' basement again, but I'd love to fight for my future. Just like Raven, they were an unemployed bum before finding the Funplex, so nowhere to go but up. Hey now. Opportunity for work presented itself. I took it. It's a simple equation, really. Job's a job, and the Funplex is a fun job, but it's still a job. Right, but it's still a risky one. That's what I'm getting at. It's gainful employment in the end, but the only reason you aren't still eating pizza bagels is because you voluntarily took risks and made them pay for you. I'm not saying my path's for everyone. Abandoning the safer road in favor of the wild ride, it takes a certain mindset to make that work. But I promise you that those of us willing to make that leap are having a more rewarding life as a result. Satisfying, not rewarding. Being a school teacher is satisfying, but sadly society does not reward it all its due. Many satisfying paths in life are also fraught with disaster due to this. It's survivorship bias. People see rock stars and football heroes and think they can make it big too, but those success stories are a percentage of a percentage of a percentage. Of a percent, I mean. What happens later in life to the sports hero who abandoned all other paths? What skills do you fall back on when your window closes? You've succeeded so far, Queen Bee, but remember, not too long ago you were terrified of being drummed out of your team and tossed on the street. I wouldn't say terrified. It's more like a mild reluctance at best. Couldn't you pursue dominance in your game of choice without making it your entire existence? I don't really play Moopy all day. I trade stocks in my off hours. Why not consider a day job with your gameplay occupying the remaining hours?
Nope, no way.
No way, no how. Fist of Discomfort takes absolute dedication. I can't be at the top of my game at the top of the game if I'm also flipping burgers or filing paperwork. Percy, competitive level play requires intense training. You can't get around the time investment, but you can make it pay double. That's where streaming comes in. Whenever I'm training, I'm streaming. Subs and donations make me money while my skills go up, up, up. It's win-win. I suppose I can see the need for time investment, yes, but it's not like streaming revenues are stable either. Perhaps Raven can settle this question. What do you think? Is it better to wholly devote your life to a risky proposition in search of happiness, or to hedge your bets and find balance? Honestly, I can see Percy's side of it. You can't completely avoid risk, but you can calculate those risks. Approach your life with a mindful strategy to get what you want and stay safe. Safety, ugh. Where's the glory in that? Now, love, nothing wrong with being cautious. It's like playing a control-oriented character in Fists of Discomfort, yes? Plotting your moves, conserving momentum, staying firmly in charge of your own destiny. I'm not saying not to aim for the top, but don't be in such a hurry. Yeah, okay, I mean, I get it, sure. I'll get where I want to be, and you'll get your high score. It's inevitable, no matter how fast or slow. I must point out that Percy doesn't actually have time for the slow path, but no, not bringing down the mood. With the neglected funnel cake cooling off, the three of us focus on putting away our sugary rewards after that. We're each walking different paths, but I can't say any of us are willing to settle for anything less than our dreams in the long run. Who to hang out with? The primary appeal of this place for me was always the arcades. I rarely swam in the ocean. I preferred indoor swimming pools to unpredictable waves. Some meant boardwalk crawls, arcade games, tokens, and joysticks. Although as I approach one of the open-air arcades, well, I don't see a single joystick.
Impressive.
Interesting. I'd hazard these arcades are 100% redemption games. I suppose it's for the best Naomi's distracted by looking for saltwater taffy. She'd hate this place. I've noticed this industry trend away from anything vaguely resembling a traditional arcade game and towards touchscreens and prize tickets. I suppose it was inevitable. If not for the strong showing for joysticks through the 80s and 90s, it would have happened sooner. A game's a game, you know. I can enjoy just about anything. Oh, and hey, there's pinball. You like pinball, right, Gavin?
Ooh.
Ooh, and skee-ball. I love alley rollers.
What?
Huh? Technically, skee-ball, depending on spelling and hyphenation, is registered trademark. These are simply alley rollers, manufactured by a different company. Sheesh, way to suck the fun out of it. Apologies for my innate killjoy nature. Allow me to make it up to you by actually having some fun. Is that even possible? Will your ultra cool guy exterior allow your inch softy to be exposed? If you'll let me finish. How about a ski alley roller contest? Each of us gets 5 tokens to score the most points. Whoever loses buys the other ice cream. Now we're talking. Hey Raven, want to join in? Make this a 3-way dance? Maybe all the joysticks are gone, but I'm certainly a longtime skee ball fanatic. I'd like to clean the floor with these two, still. In all fairness, I'm something of a skee ball master. Still, may the odds be ever in your favor, and may the best player win. Which will be me, of course. Ooh, a Gavin boast. That's rare. It's not a boast, it's a fact. It's not a boast if it's a fact. Our coins rattle into slots, tinking along in the metal chute. 5 tokens, highest cumulative score wins. I suppose with 3 players, the 2 losers split the cost of the ice cream. I remember playing tons of alley rollers back when I was a kid, roaming up and down the boardwalks of Flotsam Beach. Like riding a bike, there are physical skills you never can really forget. My grip on the gnarly old wooden ball feels completely natural even now. We drop in our tokens and line up for first throws. It takes a few rolls for me to find my sweet spot. But eventually, I'm right where I need to be in scores, which unfortunately can't be said of my coworkers. Oh, come on, I totally should have landed that hundo. These machines are a bit beat up from exposure and play. I wouldn't be surprised if they're unbalanced. Or they're rigged like those Carney games Tail and Percy were playing earlier. But they are. I'm hitting my shots, no problem. I could whisper some advice to one of them, maybe give them an edge. It's cheating, sure, but we're all getting ice cream in the end. Who cares? I lean in next to Ashley and whisper her a hot tip. Aim for the 40-pointer with every throw. That way you'll always net a consistent amount of mid-tier throws. Ooh. Instead of wildly aiming for the honeypot of 100 points, Ashley lines up a shot right down the middle and scores a sweet throw. Soon enough, the game is over, with Ashley just barely pushing past my score and Gavin far behind. Oh, well, I gave it my best. If it makes you feel better, I wouldn't have won without Raven's solid advice. No, you were still the one making the throws. That's skill, even if they offered suggestions. Still, if you'd like to keep things fair, we'll split the ice cream costs 3 ways. Everyone's a winner.
Indeed.
Most importantly, we had fun. Arcades are meant to be places where friends can gather and have fun playing with each other. Beach side or in a shopping plaza, with or without joysticks, that's our goal. Let's take back a lesson today that we should always endeavor to provide fun first and foremost. Whatever shape it takes, that is our mission. Still find a way to turn this into a working vacation, huh? But an enjoyable one. We grab ice cream cones from a vendor on the boardwalk, swapping work stories, laughing and having a blast. This is probably the happiest I've seen Gavin. At work he's all business, but here he can crack a smile even as he's analyzing arcades. And Ashley just exudes sunshine and cheer everywhere she goes. She's a good influence on him, clearly. Time's ticking and I've got other stops to make. It feels good being out and about with everyone, away from the Funplex, away from work, just friends having a great time in a place designed for great times. With a newfound success, I hope we can do this more often. Who to hang out with? At the corner of my eye, I see Teo and Naomi sneak into one of the shops on the boardwalk called the Sandy Bar, with little iconic saltwater taffy icons on each side. Ah, saltwater taffy, a staple of coastal life and commerce. On any given boardwalk, you're within spitting distance of at least 3 candy shops loaded with tasty treats. But more importantly, why are these two acting so childish about the whole thing, like 2 kids in a candy store? I need to find out exactly what's going on. And more importantly, I need to see if they have any of those gummy sharks in there too. As I peer into the building, my senses are overwhelmed by sweet. My teeth practically hurt from all the surrounding sugar. Covering the walls are assorted containers holding various types of candies, a rainbow of colors and confectionaries, filled to the brim with saltwater taffy and covered in chocolates. Not only do I take note of the delectable candy, but I also notice all the kitties running around. I can't help but be reminded of the Funplex. Same atmosphere, just fewer games. I look over to the person behind the counter and give him a nod of understanding. I feel you, noble cashier, in your quest to maintain peace and order. Naomi and Teo recognize me and wave me over. Over here, Raven. Come help us decide on what to get. I comply and go over towards them. Naomi is huddled over her table and is filling her arms with various desserts. I want one of these, and 2 of these, and a handful of this one. Oh, what's that over there?
Wow.
Candied apples? I have to get one of those too. This is the best part about going to the beach. Look at how many different candies there are. I can just devour them all. This is right after I devour you, Raven. Oh my, I thought maybe since we were all on holiday I'd get a vacation from Teo always making me blush. But not today. My face goes as red as the licorice right in front of me. Now, I pegged Naomi as having a sweet tooth, but Teo, with all his dancing, I would have guessed him to stick to a healthier diet. This trip is a vacation for all of us, so maybe he's spoiling himself. So, what do you think of the place? Who, me? Oh, I've been here before, quite a few times. It's the most popular candy store in the Boardwalk. My family and I would always stop by right before our long drive home. For a long day of swimming, walking, and fun in the sun, a maximum sugar overdrive is the perfect way to end the day. Let me get a fistful of dollars and cut me loose in there. They'd give me a fistful of dollars and cut me loose in there.
Whoa!
Whoa, they just let you get whatever you wanted? Dang, I wish I had your parents. Cute, I could just see a young Raven here running around and stuffing candy into their face. Not gonna lie, I was a cute kid. Not so cute when overdosing on sweets, though. Both Naomi and Teo laugh heartily. I mean, they didn't exactly give me Fort Knox to blow on snacks, but there was still a nice little reward at the end of the day. As I'm a creature of habit, I always get saltwater taffy year after year. It's just the best feeling, munching on taffy while watching the waves crash into the sand. Naomi suddenly gasps, interrupting my recollection. What is it, Naomi? They have conpeto. I'm still confused. Is that a good thing? It's the best thing. They're these little traditional Japanese sugar candies that look like stars and are my absolute favorite. Every time my mother would go to visit family in Japan, she'd bring me back some. But it's been years since I last had some. She squeals excitedly and runs over to the stand that has a cute assortment of pastel sugar stars. We follow suit and make our way next to Naomi. Teo picks up a bag and brings it closer to his face, examining them. Okay, these are quite possibly the cutest candies I've ever seen.
Sweet.
And they are so sweet. Ah, Naomi, nothing is sweeter than you. And that's a fact. That's not entirely true. I have to agree with Teo. No one has brought me more impromptu lunches at work than you do. Thank you, but these candies are still the sweetest. You both should taste these, by the way. I just know you love them as much as I do. Teo and I agree with a nod of our heads, and Naomi turns around happily with an armful of candy and treats. Like a dragon with her hoard, she heads towards the register when a kid runs smack into her. A colorful explosion of candy spills everywhere, and Naomi falls backward. I instinctively go in to help Naomi, but out of the corner of my eye, I see the kid who bumped into her, swiping candies off the floor and pocketing them. Hey! It's a classic move. We see it all the time with tickets and tokens at the Funplex. And like the arcade, this is no different. It's so overused, Teo even sees it. He elbows me and points it out to my attention. This is not my store, not my job. Do I step in or let it slide? I know it's not my job, but if some brat did that in the Funplex and I didn't notice, I would want someone to do something about it. But stealing candy is the worst possible crime one can commit. Say for like murder or Grand Theft Auto. Okay, so there are more awful crimes, so this one takes the cake, so to speak. Hey kid, turn out your pockets. What do you want? I ain't doing nothing. I saw you stuff all those candies in your pockets. Look at them bulging out. You aren't tricking anyone. Kid looks like they want to say something, but by now the cashier is here too, and the kid turns out his pockets. There's a lot more in there than just what they got from the spill. With more tact than I could possibly muster, the cashier tells him to kindly exit the sandy bar, and the kid complies. Cashier and I exchange knowing glances. We are one and the same. Well, after that excitement, I'm ready to relax on the beach and eat some of this candy. Me too. Me three. But I can't quite leave yet. There's still one more thing I must do. I need to get some saltwater taffy. It's a Cater family boardwalk tradition after all. Oh yeah, we can't break tradition. Although if we do, I wouldn't mind starting a new Funplex breed tradition with you. Teo, please, this is one important, delicious decision Raven has to make. And the only correct answer would be for them to choose the cotton candy ones. Cotton candy flavored taffy? Really? I wouldn't joke about something as serious as this. But it's like sickeningly sweet. Even if I can't handle it, and I can handle a truckload of sweet. Well, what would you choose then? Buttered popcorn, obviously. I like a little salty with my sweet. But that's like sacrilege. I'm much more of a purist. Getting in a fight over taffy flavors isn't necessary. Both taste great, but I already know what I'm going home with. What's that, Raven? To appease my palate, I prefer a more complex profile of flavors. I agree with Teo. Nothing beats buttered popcorn. Excellent. I respectfully disagree with your opinions, but that just means more cotton candy taffy for me. I think that about covers it. Should we blow this popsicle stand? Oh, they have popsicles too? Once again, Naomi's got her arms filled to the brim with candy, and she nods enthusiastically. Teo's picked out some of his favorites too. We take turns in line, and before we know it, we're happily carrying our stash with us to the boardwalk. Oh, I almost forgot. She stops abruptly, dips through her bag for a moment, and brings out the conpeto. I'm probably totally butchering that pronunciation, but I'm trying my best. Yes, I've been wanting one since you pointed them out. Naomi opens the bag and both Teo and I pick one out. Popping the sugar star in our mouths, both of us smile wide, enjoying its sugary goodness.
Love it.
Oh, that is so yummy. For real, Naomi, it's my new favorite candy. It's very good. Maybe next time I'm at the sandy bar, I'll get some of these instead of taffy. Next time I'm here, because with Funplex riding high in the world, I bet we could afford it next time, and another, and another. Thank you for introducing me to a whole new world of flavor, Naomi. Anytime, Teo. Maybe if I can change your mind on candy, I can convince you to dance a little lighter on Showtime stage. It's a delicate cabinet. But then I wouldn't get to see you as much as on the Funplex floor. Very true. I've got my handy haul, so my work here is done. I got places to be. And I want to spend some time taking in the sea breeze.
Catch you later.
I need to clear my senses of sugar, too. We'll catch up with you later, Raven. Once alone, I open my bag of saltwater taffy, pick one out, and eat it. I let the flavor fully consume me. Now this is a perfect vacation. The rest of the afternoon passes in a blur. Soon the sun has gone down, and Flotsam Beach is a calmer place, a more chilled vibe as the day's manic energy is long since spent. I cannot talk today, so I apologize. It's also clear the group will be breaking up soon. They've already changed back to the regular clothes, done with the beach as a whole. Some are talking about checking out the nightlife scene around here. Some just want to relax in their hotel rooms. Some are simply heading back to the city, leaving me alone for a moment with my thoughts. It's been a wonderful day, definitely. There's only one thing that could improve it. A risk, a daydream. Maybe one worth taking. I happen to know a few things about dreams lately. Beep beep, Raven. Yeah, I know. You want me to ask someone on a date. Only if you want to. I know I was kind of pushy earlier. I'm sorry, but if you want this, now is the moment. Everything in my calculations says that is the perfect time. I've got a lot going for me, but maybe something's still missing. Something more that I need from life than the warmth of friendship alone. More importantly, maybe one of them feels the same way. Maybe they feel the same yearning. Romance, love. I'm no stranger to these things. But those were fumbling first attempts in youth. I could fumble again. Am I ready for this? I'm still considering. How about I run down the data while you're thinking? Let's see. Okay, after my analysis, here's where you stand with everybody and how your personality is shaping up. But now that I've had weeks to understand you better, I think I can adjust these values based on what I know each of them likes in a partner. Gavin values honest and open communication. He's very steady, and so are you. Ashley is an open book, ready to share with anyone. She's very sincere. You're both steady. Queen Bee's got a wicked sense of humor, and your quirky nature matches it. Percy's determined to live the rest of his days in a good cheer and good humor, or is it humor with a U? He's British, right? Oh, and quirky like you. Teo's a unique one. He's sincere and open, but also loves to joke around. You'd make a fine dance partner, giving you're quirky and steady. And that's everybody. In my final analysis, I think you are the best possible match for Percy, Ashley, and Teo. All three would make a fine companion for you, Raven. Percy, Ashley, and Teo all get along well with you and match your personality. So Percy, Ashley, and
My
Teo?
sources say yes.
Yes, I calculate you'll have the best probability of success with them. Numbers, all based on numbers, high score. Yeah, okay, let's just run with this. I've come this far. It's weird, but you know what? My life is weird. It's surfing a deep wave of weird, all the way to the shores of weirdness. So, okay, hook me up with someone whose numbers match my numbers. I'm ready to go. Great, but I want to make sure you understand what's really going on here.
I'm software, right? I have to see the world through numbers. I see relationships as numbers. I see your vocal tones as numbers. And I score it all. But the math is less important than the meaning. I see a number. But that number represents your free will and your heart. You chose to spend time with them. You shared good times with smiles and laughter, and sometimes even tears. This isn't like a dating website. You aren't asking a total stranger out just because the numbers match. You need to switch the causal relationship around.
I need to ask for a casual relationship?
Causal, as in the cause of. You aren't spending time with them because of the numbers. The numbers exist because you wanted to spend time with them. You've been building these relationships for months. Now, you can take one to the next level. The numbers can be your guide if you let them. But follow your heart. Above all else, follow your heart. Okay?
Okay, got it.
Right. So let's not limit ourselves here. Of all those who are special to you, which one do you want to share your heart with?
It's a big decision, but she's right. She's been watching me, listening to me, understanding me. But in the end, it's my choice, and their choice to accept my love or not. But which one do I love? Which one should I approach? I know who I love. There's only one real choice. And even though he told me a dying man couldn't love me in return, I have to try. I have to. Percy. I don't need any numbers to tell me what's in my heart, and what's in my heart is feelings for Percy. I know I said he'd be a good match, but are you sure? I don't want to be blunt about this, but you're not exactly going to grow old together. But, well, good luck. I sigh and pocket my phone before approaching him. He's laughing and joining in with the group, having a grand evening. I catch his attention and he drifts away from them to join me. Percy, can we talk?
Lovely.
Certainly. Lovely evening, isn't it? That got me to think of my plans for the night, actually. Can I join you for that? Because, what is it? You know what it is. You know what I want to say. Feelings haven't changed, Percy. I know you gave me a polite way to turn away from them, but I can't. Ah, I see. I would be a liar and a charlatan to say I'd left my feelings for you by the wayside myself. My situation hasn't changed. I appear hale and hearty today, yes, but all that can change in a heartbeat, somewhat literally. Are you sure this is what you want? Another safe exit, huh? Always the gentleman. I shake my head, refusing its refusal. For however long we have together, I'll be happy, and I want you to be happy too. I don't care that you're dying. You resolved to that. I've resolved to it. That doesn't mean you can't be loved for as long as it lasts. Percy closes his eyes, breathing deep of the cool evening air, and smiles to me.
On your head be it then. I'm afraid you're rather stuck with me now. I'm quite a cuddly sort of fellow, at least. You may expect hugs, and many of them.
Promise?
Promise.
He wraps me in his arms, holding me against his large frame. Soft and warm, like falling into a quilt or a big teddy bear.
It will be different, to be certain, having someone care for me. Beyond being my usual affable self. So please, pardon if I'm a bit rusty.
Oh, apologies. Percy lets go of the hug and I can breathe again. To be fair, I'm out of practice too. My last relationship didn't end very well. In fact, my whole life has been a series of disappointments before I met you. Oh ho, and I turned you around, did I? You and everyone else. Funplex turned me around. It has an effect, doesn't it?
Ah, indeed.
And now it's led me to you, and you to me. Quite the little shop of miracles, yes? Granted, it's not the miracle I probably needed, that being a heart transplant. What's a miracle I'll gladly accept all the same. Ah, as you may have noticed, I've learned to joke about my condition. I mean, you've really just got to laugh, haven't you? Well, laugh or cry, I suppose. I've done my fair share of both. But tonight is strictly laughter and smiles. I'll have none of the other, thank you. It's still a bit weird the way he casually talks about his death sentence. Sensing my discomfort, Percy casts my eye before my gaze can slide away uncomfortably. I suppose we could celebrate with libations and revelry, but I did have plans, didn't I? Come, Raven, let's walk a ways. He offers me his hand, all gentlemanlike, and I accept. Soon we're walking slowly, strolling even, down the evening boardwalk. I'm not sure where he's leading me, and he seems content to stay hush-hush about it. Actually, is he going anywhere in particular? He said he had evening plans, but doesn't seem to be in much of a hurry to get wherever it is we're going. Are we planning to stop anytime soon, or should I run back home and get my passport? Ha! No need, no need. Good, 'cause, I don't actually have a passport. Same. Pity. I'd love to take you back to England at some point. But for now, just breathe it in. Still and quiet of the night air. Still and quiet of the night air. It's not that still and quiet. The boardwalk's calmed quite a bit from the rush of the daytime crowd, but couples still wander along much as we are. But there's still a certain stillness, a sense of calming down. The action is indoors now, not outdoors, not where we are. And as for the quiet, there's still the rolling waves in the distance, always churning and churning. The ocean doesn't care about the beach. It's constant, one I've been tuning out after hearing it all day, but now I can hear it. The ever-present roar of the waves, the crescendo right before it crashes into the sand, the trickle of the sea foam floating back into the depths, and the cycle repeats. I can faintly feel the cool and crisp salt water in the air around me, the way the waves splash it on the shore. And before you know it, I realize we've stopped moving. Here we are. But we're not really in front of any particular shop or business. It's just another general stretch of boardwalk. Before I can question him, Percy explains. I like to do this some nights, just walk. Walk until I find a place, an ordinary place, and then I feel what it's like to be here, in this place, in this moment. The breeze, as it curls around me, the sound of people, the sounds of distant traffic, of the rolling seas. Sometimes I wonder if this is what it's like to be a spirit, a wandering soul after we pass. Nothing as ghoulish as a haunting, no, just detached, floating, and feeling the life around you just as it passes along. To be within and without. But it's not a sad thought, oh no, because I am alive, and that means I have a full appreciation of the moment that a spirit might not. Percy sweeps his arm, gesturing to the crowd, which largely ignores us, to the boardwalk, to the beach, and to the waters.
That's my life advice to you. Be here now. In this place, in this moment. Drink it in. All those little details you might overlook in our rush to reach the future. Despite being a retro gamer, I don't constantly gaze wistfully into the past. I've no future to speak of, so that's not a concern either. Me, I like the present. I live in the moment. And in this moment, with you, I am at peace.
I can feel it too, that peace. Boardwalk's meant to be convenient and a linear path to walk to get to the place you want to go. Where we're already where we want to be, here, with each other. I offer him a smile. I suppose I've admired in my past, specifically the various family catastrophes that defined it.
Unpleasant memories.
Past performance, I felt, would be indicative of future results, always. Very analytical. As a maze runner, I can appreciate the pattern recognition, even if it's a bit of a depressing thought. Well, how about your future? Let's put aside my own future for the moment. What of yours? Where do you see yourself in 10 years, say? What is this, a job interview? Well, dating me is serious business, love. I'll need 3 letters of reference and your curriculum vitae. Shall we step into my office? Percy gestures to a bench on the end of the boardwalk with a pivoting back that lets you face either the shops or overlook the waves. We choose the waves naturally before having a seat. Honestly, I'm simply curious. It's a way to get to know the real Raven, not just the charmer from the Funplex who found their way into my heart. Okay. First, I consume the heart of my enemy, Dekonami, to take his power. Next, I command my minions to erect a vast and sprawling arcade, one the size of Nebraska. Oh, my rivals will come for me. They will come with razor-sharp throwing tokens and chain whips of prize tickets, but I will be ready for them. I'll be walking directly into my trap as I unleash my horde of esports pros to gank them from the shadows. Then in year 2 of my 5-year plan, Percy busted out laughing, holding a hand to stop me. No more, I can't take it. Still, I know you're an ambitious one. I'm proud of you for that. It takes determination to chase a dream, be it a high score or an excellent arcade. I lean against Percy's big old fuzzy self as we relax there on the beach. The sound of ocean waves, people walking by, it's calming. Even the little jokes we swap back and forth are calming in their own way. Future's far away. Right now, I'm where I want to be. And I as well. I promise not to let my movie quest distract from giving you the care and attention you desire.
Oh,
Truthfully, I've been wondering lately if it's even worth continuing that quest. With so few days left, I told myself I need to focus them to achieve my goal, to win the high score and my sister's honor. The idea made sense, but with the heart attack scare, and now with this new love in my life, maybe it's time to put aside childish things, except that I'm simply not up to the task and may never be. Not until it's far too late.
rather unfortunate.
Accept being a failure and move on. I cut him off from that line of thinking immediately. Percy, you're not a failure. Clearing our high score, or not, doesn't have to define you. You've already done so much with your life. You've raised money for charity, you took care of your sister in her hour of need, you've made my world a better place. Whether you beat Boopy or not, you aren't a failure. I suppose those are noteworthy efforts, albeit with mixed success. Success doesn't mean something was or wasn't worth the effort. You care enough to try, and that makes you a wonderful person in my book. And a well-written book it is. Well, perhaps I'll continue my movie adventure, win or lose, and accept the outcome, whatever it may be. The effort is what matters, not the outcome. Then abandoning ship simply because I lost the game is no way to live. Raven? Yeah? I'd very much like to kiss you if you'd allow it. A token gesture of appreciation, to be sure. For one as wonderful as you, meager, a pittance really, but I'd very much like to kiss you all the same. What say you? Absolutely, yes, please. I've wanted that. He silences me with a kiss, his lips pressed to mine. His beard tickles a bit against my bare cheeks, but he's so warm and comfortable, leaning into him, into the kiss. There's only one way this moment could be any better. I break off the kiss and rise to my feet. Come on, sitting on the wooden bench is no way to spend a night like this. I'm told there's a 99.97% better place to kiss you than this, if you don't mind a stroll in the sands. Percy quirks an eyebrow and rises to follow me. Oh, he gave me his jacket. That's so cute. Iris was right. Moonlight seaside stroll even better than the strange piece we found on the busy
I
boardwalk.
think I can honestly say that this is the loveliest view I have ever beheld. Is beheld even a word?
I won't complain if it isn't. Nor I. And suddenly I break out into giggles. I guess. It just struck me all of a sudden how lucky I've been lately. Life's looking good, not just my career, but my emotional health and now my love life. I'm quite a catch, I'm told. My mum says so anyway. But in all seriousness, I promise to do whatever I can to ensure your luck never runs out, for as long as I can, I mean. And on that unlucky day, shh, we don't have to talk about that. We will eventually, but I suppose it doesn't have to be today. We're a few more days to come
I'll
still.
do everything I can to make your days lovely ones. For as many days as I'm able. On this, you have my word.
Oh, he's so cute. I love everyone so far. What a precious man, though. That's how Percy and I found each other. I'd called our lunchtime party the high water mark, one perfect moment in time, but I was wrong. This was it. In the difficult weeks ahead, I'd cling to that high water mark in hopes the wave would roll my way again. Level 5 of Arcade Spirits completed. So far, you've reached 17,900 points. You're winning friends and influencing people. Oh, and pizza fact time. 3 of the top 10 weeks of pizza consumption occur in January. More pizza is consumed during the big game week than any other week of the year. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 6? yeah, so we're gonna leave things here. If you're enjoying the game, if you're enjoying the series, if you're enjoying the route, what have you, feel free to hit the like and subscribe buttons, maybe leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!